Street.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode of Just What We Need, another Philly sports show. Nobody wanted another sports show, but we're giving you one anyway. Oh, we got some good topics this week. Eagles win, Giants choke, got the Phillies off season. We got, unfortunately, the start of the NBA season. We got the unhappiness and Happy Valley. So we got a whole lot of topics to start with tonight. Got a good panel tonight. On my right, great sports fan Ted Kelly is here. Ted, thanks for coming out.
My pleasure. Had a great time last time.
Back again with us on my left. Mike Dougherty's back with us. We got two Notre Dame shirts on tonight. I don't know if that's the luck of the Irish or not. We'll find out. But I guess we'll start with the Eagles yesterday. They had a nice win over Minnesota. You watched the game, Ted?
I did.
Yeah. What'd you think? I mean, the offense passing offense looked good. Running didn't look that good.
It's amazing. They get one or the other. They can't ever get everything together.
Well, so far this year, the running game, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense.
I think they're 28th in the league in running.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
No running back gets hit more behind the line of scrimmage than Barkley.
Well, is it that much? Is Landon Dickerson being in and out of the lineup that big? I mean, he is good. I'm not saying he's not good, but I guess is it that big of a thing? I mean, I don't understand it.
Got to be more to it.
How he could rush for 2,000 yards last year, and this year it's a struggle. I don't
think they ever put him in a position where he can succeed.
Well, we did last year though, right?
Yeah,
2,000 yards.
But the linemen this year are getting run over. I mean, it was one yesterday that literally got run over.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't understand what happened. Why was the line good last year? Is it just, I mean, Dickerson, that's the big thing, right? Dickerson's been out. He's been in and out of the lineup. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. What did you think of the game yesterday, Mike?
Well, I think that if Wentz didn't suck so bad, they might have lost.
Might be true.
And as far as Barkley, I think maybe Kansas City gave people a blueprint on how to stop Barkley.
Oh, that's true. They did in the Super Bowl, didn't they? They did, but they contained him in the Super Bowl. That's a good point. That may be. I don't know. It's just, you would think it wouldn't be this extreme. Maybe you would cut down a little bit. I can't believe the extreme that it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's night and day from last year.
I don't know why they don't throw some screen passes, get him out in the open, where he can juke and jive. And
a jet screen, anything to get him.
Yeah, I did that offensive coordinator, I think he's on borrowed time.
I think he'll make the year. I don't know whether come back next year, but
if they would have lost yesterday, I think he would have been gone.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. But Sirianni is going to be stubborn. He would have looked bad if they fired a guy. He's going to look bad because he picked him, so he's going to look bad if they end up having to fire him.
There's no doubt. Because before Howie picked all the coaches.
Yeah. So
this one's squarely on Sirianni.
There's no question. So if they had to fire him, which I guess in the offseason, I think it's probably more than likely he won't be back next year, unless the offense really.
Well, if Hurts starts squawking about him, then he's gone.
I mean, Hurts looked good yesterday. 326 yards. He looked
Hurts
good yesterday.
Is a stone cold winner, and he doesn't get the accolades, and he don't give a shit about it.
Not even the accolade. He gets hammered. I mean, I don't know what people are talking about.
He's great.
The way some of these people talk about the guy.
I love him, man. He's the best quarterback in the Eagles' history.
He's certainly in my lifetime. Maybe I would put him number one. I guess I would.
Maybe Van Buren, but I
don't go back that far.
Van Brocklin, I'm sorry.
Van Brocklin. I don't go back that far. And I don't know who the quarterback was when they won the back-to-back titles in 48 and 49. I'm not even sure who the quarterback was. That's way before I know Greasy Neal was the coach, but I don't know who the quarterback was.
They played Frankfurt Avenue.
Yeah.
Not quite, but they did. They may have been playing. They played at Shibe Park for a couple of years. People don't realize that they played at Shibe Park for a couple of years. But
Mike is right. If Carson Wentz was any good,
that's true.
They would. I mean, the only saving grace is he's closer to Dak than he is to an elite quarterback, because he had wide open passes.
Oh yeah,
he had that intentional grounding. He had the intentional grounding. That was huge.
And he had a wide open running back.
Yeah.
Wentz. I don't know. I guess it was that knee injury. He never came back from. He never came back all the way from that knee injury. Because when he the first 2 years with the Eagles, you see how good he was, and then now maybe that Maybe that knee injury, he never came back from it. I don't know, but
I don't think he got signed by the Vikings though, late. He didn't even have a job in the NFL.
well, that's
But I mean,
probably
he makes
probably
6
true.
good plays in a row, and then looks like he never played to position again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
pretty crazy.
That would have been if they would have lost the Carson Wentz. That would have been an uproar.
Oh.
It would have been an uproar. See, thank God he didn't. And then yesterday, Jake Elliott, that was his first miss this year. When he missed
Yes.
I thought it was his first miss. Well, I guess you're going to have one every once in a while. You're going to have a miss.
Could have been worse. It could have been the Giants kick. Could
Oh,
have cost him a
good.
game.
Two extra points. 2 extra points. That game. I'm going to get to the Giants, and that was hilarious watching that game. I couldn't believe what I was watching.
I just watched the end of it.
I caught the fourth quarter, and I was laughing out. It was ridiculous. That means both the Eagles and the Giants have choked against Denver because the Eagles were up 17-3 against Denver.
Yeah.
So I don't. That's amazing. They both choked like that against.
I hate Denver's coach. Oh, he's a jerk.
He was out on the field, and they said he's going to get a penalty. He's going to get a penalty, and he did. He was out there. He was all the way out on the
zone.
He was all the way out there. What was he doing?
I never saw a coach that far out.
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
I had no idea what he was doing out there, all the way out on the field like that. So now the Eagles play the Giants this coming week. They have to win, right? They can't lose twice to the Giants.
No.
It's a must win. There's no way they can lose. And another 1:00 game. I can't believe the Super Bowl champions are getting so many 1:00 games. I can't believe they're not on more 425 games. That there's a lot of 1:00 games for a defending champion.
The first 6 or 8 games were all 1:00.
Yeah, that's a lot of 1:00 games for a defending champ. I don't know. It's unusual. I mean, the Chiefs are still getting these 425 games every week, and they lost the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're still getting on it.
But you
Everybody
talk
loves
about
the
the
Chiefs.
rematch with the Giants.
It's
You really noticed yesterday that Carter was back because it's a completely different defense.
Oh,
than
yeah,
when
yeah.
Carter was there.
yeah. And he played well yesterday. And
He hit Wentz's shot, man.
Oh, that
Oh,
one on
yeah.
that it was an interception, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he nailed him. That was unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that'll be a big difference next week when they play the Giants again.
Yeah, you would hope he doesn't spit on anybody and get
Yeah.
thrown out of the game.
I was just gonna
Hopefully,
say that.
hopefully nobody baits him into something before the game. That could be bad. Well, they're saying that Brandon Graham might come out of retirement. What do you think? What do you think?
Why?
I'm thinking that's really bad if you're in a situation where you had to get a guy to come out of retirement. I mean, nothing against Graham, but it's bad reflection on the team that you're floundering that much in a position. You're trying to get a guy back.
Well, that's because that guy
retirement.
retired.
I know, but even that, I mean, it's.
But even that guy wasn't signed originally.
No,
Smith
the-
wasn't to what, the first or after the first
after
or
the
after
first
the
game, I
second
think, or
game?
maybe it was
Like-
the second game.
Why? Like,
It's-
how were you
it's-
so unprepared?
I
for
know
that?
it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good when you're trying to talk a guy into coming out of retirement. I mean, if he wants to come out of retirement, fine. It just doesn't look good. I mean,
Well, he was hurt most of last year anyway
Yes, he
with the torn
was.
triceps.
yes,
and,
he
you know,
was, but
Yeah, I don't see where he's going to make that big a difference.
I don't know. Who knows how much he has left? You have no
Um,
idea how much he has in the tank. We'll find out if he comes back.
Who knows how much he's in shape? Being
Oh, he
in
said he,
shape to,
Well, he's apparently
live life.
He's been working. Apparently, him and Howie had this conversation. They're saying earlier in the year, so he's been working out like crazy. This is what they're saying to try to come back. Now it's possible. Howie was that worried about it earlier in the year that he put the idea in his head that we might need you. That's what that's
Really?
That's
I
the
didn't hear that.
That's the reports we were on the radio this afternoon. I was listening to. So I mean, I guess that's possible, and maybe he's working
Yeah,
out.
because you couldn't just come off.
Oh no, not
Off-
for the NFL.
you know,
You can't.
off
So-
the radio or television.
but if
I mean, he's everywhere.
yeah. But if he's working out, if he's
if he
working
ain't
out
there,
now-
Kelsey is.
Yeah.
Kelsey, he was on Twitter yesterday answering
Oh,
questions from
shut
people in the
up,
middle of the
that
game. Does
fucking
I
guy.
said, does he work for ESPN? I guess he works the Monday.
Doesn't he
Night
have
Football.
a
He's
family,
running
that guy? Doesn't
But
he?
he-
I mean,
Somehow
Yeah,
he got 4 kids.
I'm looking at he's answering questions in the middle. People, he's going back and forth with people during the games. I'm looking at Twitter. I'm going, well, how's he have time for this? But there he
that
was.
guy don't miss a dime, man. He don't miss a
If
dime.
Dickerson's hurt, maybe Kelsey's coming next with BJ.
I don't
You
think
know?
there's any way he'd come out. He was done. He said I'm physically done. Kelsey's. I mean,
Well,
that's
he's making way more money
Yeah,
out of football.
but he was
than-
done playing set. That's a tough position. Center in 13 years. That's brutal.
Your body.
He was done. He was, and his brother had a big catch yesterday at one point. I saw the one catch he had, which I guess with Taylor Swift writing songs about your dick, you're doing pretty good. But why? I wouldn't keep playing her. I'm good. She's writing songs about my dick. I'm retiring.
It'd be a very short song.
He's not Irish.
I don't know what that's like to have a girl with a song about you. Like, that's pretty good. I can't imagine what that's like. But getting back, that Giants game yesterday was hilarious. I couldn't believe what I was looking at. And the coach was flipping out on the sideline at Brian Dable.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
33 points in the fourth quarter.
And
what's it? 1,600.
Yeah.
2 games or 16-20 or something.
did somebody lost like that?
Yeah.
First
1,600 games, nobody ever lost.
When they brought that kid out, the kicker, the announcers were even saying he missed one extra point already. It was like almost like you were waiting for it. The way the announcers put the jinx on him. So he already missed one, and he went out and he had a look in his face like he just got signed. The kicker got hurt and he just signed him.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't look like he was ready for that. I don't know how much experience he had in the past. I don't know that much about him, but he did not look like he was ready for that.
So is that good or bad for the Eagles?
Well, they might have a new. Who knows? Don't be surprised they don't sign another kicker by this week.
But even just the whole team, are they going to come out pissed off next week?
Well, who knows?
Or are they still going to be shell shocked?
The Eagles, they can't lose twice to the Giants. The Giants are not good. They can't let that happen.
Jackson Dart's pretty good.
He is pretty good. I would say give him some time.
And the other guy,
I can see him.
Peekaboo, whatever was his name, Skeeter.
They say he's pretty crazy.
Is he a rookie too? Is he second?
Yeah, he's a rookie.
He's a rookie.
I don't know.
But Jackson Dart, you give him a couple of years, I think he's going to be a good quarterback. He certainly has a chance to be. He looked pretty good yesterday. The defense didn't look too good, but he looked pretty good. Yeah. Even after the Denver took the one lead, he brought him back down. But then the defense couldn't hold it again.
Before the Eagles played that week, I read an article on that running back Scatterboo. They say he's nuts, certifiable.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, loud, just constantly talking.
Well, they probably
where did he play in college? I saw him play, but I
don't remember.
Scatterboo. I'm not sure. I don't follow college as closely as I used to. I'm not sure where he went either. No, but the article was like, if this guy's on your team, you love him. Where'd he go?
Arizona State.
Isn't that the biggest party school in the country? Arizona State.
It's either Arizona or Arizona State.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, no wonder he's.
I can imagine. He's been to a few parties.
But yeah,
they say he's crazy.
I don't know about the Giants. Did you see there was a petition? They're trying to fans in New York. They're trying to get the Jets to disband. There's an online petition. They just want the Jets to give up.
There was a thing on Facebook today, and it had a picture of the Mets, the Yankees, the Giants, and the Jets, saying how over the last 2 weeks, the New York sports scene is.
Oh, I love the Mets collapse.
So I texted to somebody and said, "Oh, my heart bleeds for New York."
But at least the Yankees are a playoff team. You can't can't really throw them in with the other ones. But the Giants, they have a chance though with this kid, maybe to get better. I mean, they beat the Eagles. They won, and they should have won yesterday. So maybe they'll get better. We'll see what the Jets. That's the sorriest team I've ever seen.
The Commanders I thought the Commanders are going to be the Eagles' biggest competition this year. They got smoked yesterday.
Daniels got hurt yesterday, right? The quarterback.
Yeah, he's supposed to get an MRI.
Hamstring. Yeah, that was hard to believe the way Dallas. I mean, like you say, Dallas killed him yesterday. I turned that game. I was like, "What's this?"
Prescott's pretty good this year.
Well, yeah, you never know with him, though. Dak Prescott. I mean, he's
give him time.
He's not the worst quarterback, but he's not. He's never going to be a player. I don't think a playoff Super Bowl type quarterback. He's a decent player. I'm not saying he's awful, but I don't know. But and Miami to get killed by the Cleveland Browns, that's unbelievable. How do you get blown out by the Cleveland Browns?
How do you be that bad?
I
mean, it's one thing to be the Jets.
Your team's quit on you when that happens.
They may have. Well, Tua was finger pointing last week about all that the other players on fire. And that McDaniel, we were just talking about.
They pulled him yesterday, Tua.
Did they pull Tua yesterday? I didn't realize that. Yeah, well, I don't know. I don't know, but Miami, I can't believe they're that bad. I would not believe the Miami
Dolphins last year, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
I can't believe
that.
How
do you get to be?
The Cleveland Browns beat you. That's that's bad. How about Cleveland? They let Flacco go, and then Flacco goes and looks like a star. And last week,
that was a great game, man.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't have the Amazon or whatever it is, but yeah.
You know.
2 40-year-old quarterbacks.
Ben Gable.
And it was the same night that Max Scherzer pitched for Toronto. So it was 40-year-olds all over sports that night.
You know?
Everybody was saying about it. It was the old timers night.
I'm lucky I get out of bed at 60. You know?
Oh,
It's a good day then.
yeah.
I get both feet on the floor.
Yeah, I don't like to think I'm 60. I try to deny it, but
No, I'm still
I try to deny I'm 60.
22
But,
in my mind.
but I
Exactly.
me too. I feel like I feel like I'm still 30, except every once in a while my back starts to go on me. Then I remember I try to lift something, and I remember I'm not 30 anymore. But sometimes I do. And in the NFL, how about Baker Mayfield? Is that unbelievable? The season he's having. 3 teams gave up on him. Now he's the front runner for the MVP. That's unbelievable.
It's wild. Did he?
Cleveland again? They can't wait. They can't do anything right. Cleveland Browns, but the Rams had him. Carolina had him. And now he's the front.
A lot of times it's just a matter of getting in the right system with the right coach.
Yeah. And they play tonight,
I really
right?
think that's the key.
They play
If you
Detroit
get drafted
tonight.
by
yeah,
the
you're
wrong
right.
team,
It's definitely
you know.
I always
or
go
the
back to
wrong
Joe
coach.
Montana. I don't think Joe Montana without Bill Walsh. I mean,
Maybe not. Who
Yeah,
knows?
but he probably,
Yeah,
never.
and running a mill quarterback.
Who knows? Was he with 3rd round draft pick? Right, he was in the 3rd
Yeah,
round.
well,
Yeah.
Brady was a
Right,
7th round.
sixth
pick.
round.
Yeah.
Brady is still pissed about that. Even though he had to win in all the Super Bowls, he's still pissed he went in the 6th round.
Well, he almost got benched at Michigan. Chad.
He did. He
yeah.
did. What's
Chad
his name?
Henne?
Chad
was
Henne,
it?
yeah.
I thought it was Drew Henson was starting ahead of him. Was it Chad Henne?
Chad. I think it was Chad
Oh,
Henne.
maybe it was Chad. Maybe I got the
One
wrong
of
guy.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. He did get bashed. He was sitting on the bench and the only reason he started with the Patriots is because Drew Bledsoe got hurt.
Got drilled. you know?
Again, the system.
And right place, right time.
Yeah.
You
Oh
know?
yeah, he was.
I think timing for a lot of these guys getting with the right team.
You wonder if Bledsoe hadn't gotten hurt that year, what would have ever happened to Brady?
Would you ever known about him?
Who knows? He might have maybe some other team would have picked him up. Who knows? But you never know what would
He'd have
happen.
been an asshole you never heard of.
Yeah, he would have.
But he is an asshole that you heard of.
It was
I hate Brady.
it was Drew
So-
Henson according to Google.
It was Drew Henson.
Him
I
and-
thought
him
it was
and
Drew
Romo
Henson.
both.
Yeah, I
Henson.
thought it was.
Yeah, according to
Wasn't
Google.
Hen-
That's what I thought.
Well,
it was.
watching games with either Romo or Brady is absolute torture. Brady never shuts the hell up, and Romo, I don't know what the hell he's talking about.
Romo and
Brady
Romo
tells
and
me
Henson.
nothing that I don't know.
Aikman's pretty good. Drew
I
Drew
like
Aikman-
it.
Drew
I
Aikman-
like
Drew Aikman's
Aikman.
good.
I'm in the minority. I also like Collinsworth. People don't because he
That's
doesn't shut
super.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I don't. I don't.
he doesn't
mind him.
bother me.
I don't mind him as I like Tirico on a Sunday night game. Mike Tirico's very
Yeah.
good.
Kevin Harlan's
Kevin Harlan's the
play-by-play
best.
is just
Kevin
creme
Kevin
de la
Harlan's the
creme.
best.
Kevin
Football-
Harlan is the best going today.
Football and basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize is he 60, 65? He's up there. He's,
Oh, yeah.
He's not that young. So
He's around my
I
age.
don't
you ever-
know how.
Did you ever see
why-
him call the when the cats get on the
Oh,
field
yeah.
and the squirrels?
Oh, yeah.
They're the best.
I don't know why
Yeah.
CBS why they have Jim Nance as the number one guy. To me, Harlan should be the number one guy. I don't understand that. But he called. But then I don't know if he's still doing bad because he was working for TNT doing basketball. Now TNT doesn't have the basketball anymore, so I don't know if he's still going to be doing.
I got to assume somebody's going to.
Maybe they did. I
Somebody's
can't
gonna
keep
pick
up.
him
Maybe
up.
somebody already picked him up for all I know. They might have. And I guess he still does the Monday night games on the radio. For
Yeah, he
Westwood
does.
One.
He
Yeah, I
does.
guess.
For Westwood
He's
But
been
he-
doing Westwood one for.
But he was the
Ah.
one. Was he the one doing the Giants? He was the one doing the Giants game yesterday. Or no? Or was he?
I think he was
I
doing a
think
Giants
it
game
was him
yesterday,
doing
yeah.
the Giants game yesterday. But yeah, he's the best, Kevin Harlan. Absolutely.
Did you know he was actually the son of the former president and CEO of the Packers? I didn't know that.
Who?
Nah.
Kevin
Harlan
Harlan?
was.
Kevin,
Oh,
yeah,
The guy was named Bob Harlan. Yeah, I was looking up to see
no,
where
I
Harlan
had
is.
no knowledge of that.
I've
no.
never known that.
No. So there's still the big thing in the NFL. There's still controversy that people think that the refs are rigging it for the Chiefs. I mean, I don't know. And people are still going around. There's conspiracies out there that the refs are still making all the calls for the Chiefs. But I mean, you could see it at some point. I don't know if it's still going on or if it's as bad as everybody made it out to be.
Well, getting back to what you said about the Eagles being 1 o'clock games, I mean, I think they want to they don't consider Hurts a premier
Well,
quarterback.
it's for Mahomes.
And
That's the
they
reason
want
Mahomes.
Mahomes
yeah.
and like they,
Mahomes is good. There's no question about it. He's the marquee guy. But people said the same thing with the Patriots. When the Patriots are good, people said, the refs. Or you go back 30 years when Dallas was good, people said, the referees. It always happens to a good team. You get accused.
And it does. And all it takes is 1 or 2 games where they get a favorable call.
Yeah.
And then You know, oh, look at that game. Look at that game.
Well, people,
They're in
yeah.
for it.
I
People
saw
always,
a couple of
I
hits
just-
yesterday in the Eagles game. I said, Jesus Christ, you know, if that happens to Mahomes, that's a rough on the quarterback.
Well, people said that for years about
Yeah.
Brady. If you touch
Always
Brady
did,
with a
yeah.
finger, he'd get a call. There was a call in that Giants game where somebody they called it a late hit on the quarterback. To me, it didn't look like it.
No, it's ridiculous. Some of them late hits.
Yeah, that
Even
would
the pass interference call at the end of
yes,
that game.
sometimes there's too much of the referees. Too much of the referees.
They are. And I mean, it's a hard sport to do.
And they're saying, well, we
They're
do it for
huge.
safety. It's football. The idea you're doing things for safety, it's football. You know what
That's
I
like
mean?
calling them student athletes. It's just not
Well,
true.
now that they
Not anymore,
now
no,
that
no.
they did the nil, they pretty much admitted it. It's not. I mean, some of these payrolls in college are higher than the NFL
The
payrolls.
NFL only looks at safety if it makes them money.
That's the point that I was just about to
That's
make.
all.
You cannot dismiss the possibility that these games might be fixed, might be rigged.
I guess.
Well, look at because you had the referee from Delaware County.
Oh,
was it-
Gunnahill.
In the NBA,
Gunnahill.
yeah, of
There's
course.
been any number of games being fixed. I mean, and now they're promoting gambling like it's nobody's business. I mean,
It's every other commercial.
yeah.
If you'd have said that 40 years ago, that DraftKings and FanDuel would be spot the way the NFL they wouldn't allow a team in Vegas because now it's all gambling.
They wanted to act like gambling didn't exist, but gambling is the lifeblood of the sport.
Willie Mays was allowed to be a spokesperson for the casinos.
Yeah.
Pete Rozelle was dead set against anything gambling. I mean, he was adamant about it. He was adamant. Now
It's horrible, man. It's ruining families. It really is. It's
Yeah, I don't
No,
like
it's-
it.
I
It's
look
too
at
much.
I look at
Brady-
my children between gambling and fantasy football.
They do a lot
They're
of it.
not rooting for team. Now they don't gamble a ton,
Well,
but just
the
even
fantasy
their
football.
friends and all, their fantasy football.
Yes,
It all matters.
they root
It
for
doesn't
players.
matter that the Eagles
They
score.
root for players.
What
right?
player scored
Yeah,
for the
I know.
Eagles
That-
matters.
I don't.
So I think they look at sports a whole different way.
Yeah,
than
you're
we
right.
look at
You're right.
sports.
I did fantasy football. It got me 30 years ago at work, and it was fun. But it was too much like a job.
was
I mean,
another job,
it
right.
took up so much time. After like 2 years, I told the guy, it's fun, but it takes up too much time.
My
cow.
son's into it. He's good too. He's won his league like
Yeah,
3
people
years in a
people
row, but-
love
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
But
they're
but
big
you're
time
right.
into it.
That's what people were. They don't think about rooting for their teams. They're worried about the stats and this guy. I don't know. It's a whole different way of looking at it. I really couldn't look at it that way.
No,
I wouldn't
can't
enjoy it.
either.
And how about now they're talking about Saudi Arabia wants to get in on what London and Germany had. They want to start bringing games over to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good idea to have games in Saudi Arabia. I mean, it might happen if they have enough money.
sure.
Eddie,
will.
they got more
They
money
got
than
Saudi
God.
Arabia's got-
Saudi Arabia's
They got more money than God.
They just
so
had
yes,
they just
it
had
will happen.
they just had the big comedy festival where they had all the comedians over there making
Bill Burr.
Bill
Yeah,
Burr
well,
and Dave Chappelle and all.
I
No, they
just
had
saw like a headline.
They had
of
the
that.
Riyadh Comedy Festival, and they were paying the guys big money, and they had some big players over there too. Yeah,
I
and
mean, look at Live or
Wow.
Live or whatever they call it for golf.
yeah,
How are you going to get a helmet on top of them turbans?
I'm stepping back. Those lightning bolts are coming.
You wouldn't think Saudi Arabia would want it over there because they don't, they don't like our ways. They don't really like American ways. But I guess money's involved. I guess they don't care. I don't know. You wouldn't think they'd be in favor of something like that. I don't. But I mean, the NFL, they will eventually do it. I'm sure.
You
sure.
imagine bringing the cheerleaders over there?
Oh no, they're not allowed, right? They wouldn't be allowed. What the way
First time you get a grab in the face mask on a cheerleader.
Uh-huh.
the way the NBA is tied in with China. I mean, the NBA is tied in with China like crazy. So I don't know if I wouldn't care really that much about it. I'd rather they didn't do it, but if they do it, I'm not going to lose any sleep. But they start taking games over to Saudi Arabia, but it might. It wouldn't surprise me. if it's gonna happen.
I would say it's probably more of a probability
Yeah,
than a possibility.
Oh, yeah.
Saudi Arabia gets anything they want. I mean,
Again, like we just said, the NFL, we're all about player safety. But we're going to make you fly 12 hours and go play a game,
play in London.
you know?
Wasn't there a couple teams that they were there 2 weeks in a row or something? A couple teams. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just stayed over
They
there.
just stayed.
I don't. Yeah.
You know?
I don't like
but-
that either.
But we care about your
I
players.
think the game should be here. I don't like the
Thursday
games
night
on-
football. I
on-
mean,
Right.
Oh, that's the one. If you're talking about safety, they would not have Thursday night football. If they really cared about safety, they wouldn't have that.
Exactly.
So they don't care.
And now we got Black Friday football this year.
Oh yeah, the Eagles are playing 3 o'clock.
Mhm.
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And quit last year. Christmas was on a Wednesday. They played. Right, there were 3 games.
Oh
played.
yeah, they'll take over.
So there you go. Oh
they'll
yeah.
take over for the NBA.
I think is it Netflix? I think it's Netflix right now on
Aye.
Christmas Day. I think it was all Netflix last year. Maybe I'm wrong, but if they're playing on Wednesdays, they don't care about safety.
No,
I can tell you they don't care about
They
safety.
could, right? Only when it suits their purposes.
Yeah, but it's all lip service. It's all lip service.
Mhm.
Well, I guess we'll get to our base. What's that? Netflix and Prime one
Next, it says NFL 2025 will be on Netflix and Prime.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean it's all
Okay.
at some point it's all going to be on streaming, and that'll be the
You're
end of
gonna-
me.
you're
That'll
gonna
be
have
the
to
end of me in the NFL. 'Cause
You're
I
gonna have
ain't
to
paying
own
for that.
10 different,
Yeah, I'm done with that.
networks or whatever.
I'm done with that Ponzi scheme.
And in 10 years, somebody will put them all together and we'll have cable back.
I'm done with all that. But well, I guess we'll talk about our baseball team and what they're going to do in the off season. Some people are saying they should tear it down. I disagree. I mean, I think they had a good team. They won 96 games. I don't think they should tear it down.
I wouldn't be surprised if Harper gets traded. Harper's a very marketable contract if he can waive his no trade.
I don't know. He's the face of it. If they're going to trade him, they got to
No,
sell
Schwarber's
tickets.
the face of the
Yeah, but
franchise.
they got to bring him back. I'd be
Well,
surprised.
that's why Harper might get traded, is so they get rid of a big contract so they can afford to pay. I know they said Aiden Miller's probably going to be the third baseman next year. Crawford's going to be in
Crawford,
center
I can
field.
see. Miller hasn't played above Double A
Miller's
yet.
not, right.
They can't just jump him over Triple A. He's not going to be.
Well, I
ready.
don't know. That's what I'm hearing.
Some people say Crawford. I could see. I don't know why he wasn't up this year. Crawford.
They said he hits too many ground balls.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't,
what they-
but if, as
well,
long as he's
So what?
yeah, so what? If he doesn't have the, why would you rather he hit fly balls?
Yeah.
Or?
If he hits 300, I don't really care.
And the other kid they keep trying to sell us on is that Painter. They keep telling you how good he is. He can't get up here. He can't get up to the
Yeah, he had
major
a
leagues.
bad-
If he's
yeah.
that good, why isn't he up here?
At least he stayed healthy. I
Tommy
mean,
John, I'm assuming. They
But
say
it was
it's
2
that.
years ago. Come on. He's good. They're gonna have to put up a shut up at some point with this
Oh,
for Painter.
Griff McGarry's pretty good
He
too.
was
that,
the minor
he
league
might
pitcher of the year.
he might get a chance in spring training. I guess I'd like to see him bring Ranger back. I don't know if they're going to. I think they could
you
use
can't
him. I
keep
like
everything.
Ranger.
Oh, Ranger's great, man.
Yeah, and especially when you don't know when Wheeler's coming back. You don't know what you're going to get out of Nola. You don't know what you're going to get out of Taiwan Walker. I mean, I would
think you know where you're getting out of Walker.
they're going to try and trade him. He was better than you thought he would be this past year, but
That was a bad signing.
it definitely was. I think they should bring Ranger back. They might not, but I think they're going to surprise you though. I think there's going to be a surprise trade or a surprise signing that nobody saw coming. I think they're going to surprise you. I didn't see that coming.
Here's my wild card. I would not sign Schwarber.
Ooh.
I would sign Tucker. Now I have an outfielder that's going to give me 30 home runs and 100 RBIs to replace.
Yeah.
And then I would.
And he's left-handed though.
That's the only problem.
Well,
That's the only problem.
There's two righties in the free agent market this year. There's Alex Bregman, and Pete Alonso. I would. They need a right-handed bat. They need a right. You could put.
Schwarber's getting a little bit older. I mean, you don't want to.
I would like to have him
give
back if
him a
it's
5-year
possible.
contract, and it's just going to be.
But
dead
somebody's
weight,
going to. Somebody's going to give at least 4 or 5.
Somebody.
If you got Alonso, you could put him on first and put Harper back in the outfield. Or if you got
That's what you would do.
If you got Bregman, you could put him on third, put Bohm on first, and put Harper back in the outfield.
I don't think Bohm's coming back. I like Bohm, but I think he's going to
It
get
depends.
traded.
They may try and trade it, but the thing is, though, they're not going to give him away.
You got to be able to get something for
If they don't get a good offer, they'll bring.
They tried to trade him last year.
They did.
Ain't got nothing. I'm not. Bohm doesn't bother me.
They're not going to give him away.
Bohm has gotten better.
I think he's one of the better clutch hitters they have, actually.
Yeah, he was, and they're going to try and trade Castellanos for sure.
Oh, they're going to have to eat some money.
And they're
going to
have to eat some money. Is
okay.
exactly right.
I don't care.
They're going to have to. They're going to have to, and it's a shame that turned out to be not. I was excited when they got him, but it wasn't a good signing. It's a shame. I was excited when they got him with all this guy. That's what they need, a right-handed bat. He should have been perfect. He should have been it, but it didn't work out.
No.
And then cursing the topper in the dugout, that sealed it. I guarantee that they want to get rid of him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They need to bring back Bader. Energy.
I'd like to see Harrison
Energy.
Bader come back, but all these guys, free agents, and who knows who's coming. I would definitely like to see him bring Bader back.
Well,
Absolutely.
you're not going to bring Crawford up and have him platoon.
Oh,
You're
no,
playing
I'm
left
not saying a
field.
platoon, but Bader could play center. And,
it was a pleasure to watch a real center fielder.
yeah, he always.
I mean, the jumps that he got on the balls,
him getting
the angles that he took after a ball.
him getting hurt in that first game of that series
Hurt
against
a
the
lot.
Dodgers. It hurt a lot. You don't know
Hurt a lot.
if he was getting 4 bats, that could have changed. That
I
could have
agree.
changed a lot.
Yeah, I
It really
agree.
could have. That was a big loss for losing him for that series.
It was a huge loss.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
You know?
He was coming back for Game 5 too.
You know,
He was playing well, and you don't know what would. I'm not saying they definitely would have won, but you just don't know. You don't.
they're going to kick themselves in the ass all winter, though. I mean,
Oh yeah.
they
but
could have won
they definitely could have won
3
that
of those,
series.
2 of those.
Absolutely, they could have
those
won.
games,
They gave him a better
you know?
series than Milwaukee did. Milwaukee got run over. The Phillies were in every game.
Yeah,
They blew that first game. They had-
I
they
was
had-
at that game.
They had Ohtani on the ropes. They had him on the ropes. They could have knocked him out of the game.
Yeah.
3-0 lead, and they let him off the hook.
Yeah,
They
then we forgot
and
to
then
hit again.
sending Robertson out for that second inning. Why did you sign Walker Buehler if you weren't going to use him? Why did
Thank
you
you.
sign him?
Thank
You signed him and then didn't use him for 1 pitch in the playoffs. I have no idea. Why that is mystifying. Why you would have signed him with all his playoff experience and then not use him? I have no
The
idea.
guy closed out the World Series
Yes,
last
he
year.
did. I have no idea.
I think he could have pitched the 7th inning of Game 1.
Or they could have pitched Ranger because they said before the game that Ranger was going to be available. Not Robertson. You can't send him back out there. That made no sense. They would have sent him back.
Thompson's is
Well, they won't-
handling of the pitchers in the playoffs. I think he's a great manager for the regular season. I think because he's so even tempered and he'll get you there. But I was surprised they signed him again. I think he's taking it as far as he's going to take it.
And that bunt in game 2 with Castellano, you can't bunt with Castellano. He can't run.
wait,
How are
yeah.
you going to bunt with
Why
Castellano?
they should have had a pinch runner out there?
Well, they were saving
That's
Weston
all.
Wilson to pinch run for Bader because
They
Bader
didn't
was
know
coming.
Bader was going to get a hit.
But they didn't. But and he did. And just in case
let's
they
go
were
back
saving
to your
him.
question. Why do I have Walker Buehler and Tyrone Walker on the team when I could have bought somebody else on the team?
Yeah,
They could have pinch run there if you're not going to use them.
Yeah, I think they would have.
That's
They
a
would
good
have had
point.
Rojas would have been on the
Well,
roster, but he was
didn't-
hurting
They
too.
said he was
Okay?
hurt. Yeah, but
You don't have any other.
you can't bunt.
Where was Crawford?
Yeah.
Crawford was hurt too.
You can't
You know?
bunt. You can't bunt with Nick Castellano being a runner.
No, that's
not
ridiculous.
He's not going to make it to third base.
No.
That's just well, knowing that he's out there, you can't bunt. You have to take the bunt. You got man on second, nobody out. You have to let start swing away. You can't bunt thinking that Castellano's going to take the
No
base.
secondary lead.
No.
No running start.
Knowing how slow he is, it should have been off the table.
It
Bunt
just-
should have been off the table. There's no way you bunt with if it's Turner or Stott, one of your good runners. Not him. That's ridiculous.
It was
He runs
horrible.
like he's got bricks in his shoes. How would you try to bunt him over?
And we didn't. They hid the wheel play well.
They-
No, they didn't. They showed exactly what they were doing to play before.
Did you hear Jimmy Rollins talk
Bunch
about
should
Oh,
have
that?
that
the
was
table.
fabulous.
Yeah.
I mean, when you saw the first baseman and third baseman and they're 45 feet from you, I think you could figure out the wheel play was on.
Bunt should
Jimmy,
have been
that's
off
what
the
Jimmy
table.
Rollins said. You got to keep the shortstop on your hip, and and figure out what he's doing.
Yeah, but that's fundamentals. We don't,
Castellano,
we
they
don't
just
do that.
bunting should have just been out of the question. If you had nobody to run for Castellano, you take the bunt off. You let Stott try to
How about
hit
a pitcher? How about putting a pitcher in there for a pinch
you
runner?
could have
Again,
but-
I have all these players on the bench. I'm
yeah,
not using.
you could have, but pitchers are not the traditionally good base runners either. They're not out there all year.
They're
not used-
athletes. They
Yeah,
were an
I
athlete at
know.
one point in their life.
I know. I don't know if I would have done that either. I just would have let Stott swing away and see if he could hit the ball to the right side. There's no way you can bunt with Castellano. I mean, everybody knows the way he runs. That's ridiculous. That's just that's terrible.
And we'll play for a tie on at home because I like our bullpen better than theirs. You were never going to see their bullpen. You were only going to see their starting pitchers that weren't
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, that's just a foolish concept. If
They-
you think they were bringing in,
They
you know.
had a chance in that ninth inning. Man, said they were rallying, and then that bunt killed it. That was brutal. That
took all the
bunt
energy
just-
out.
Oh, it just took the air out of the balloon.
Yes, it
Yep.
did.
It was brutal. It was brutal that happened. But so they are bringing Topper back. Mike was just saying, I'm not sure how I feel about it. I'm not sure how I feel about bringing Topper.
He's on a
back.
short leash. I think they'll give him another year contract, but they'll pull it.
I don't know what's going to happen. At the same time, I don't know who they would have hired. If they didn't bring him back, I'm not sure who they would have hired.
Topper basher.
I'm not
a
either.
Topper.
That's why I say I don't know how I feel
in
about
his
it.
house.
I think he handles players well. It's just his postseason management is horrible. I mean,
you said it, for 162, I think he's very good.
mm-hmm.
Whether it's bad luck or bad decisions, whatever he does in the playoffs blows up in his face. And
yeah, it does. It does.
Okay, during 162 games, manager might win you one, might lose you two. Well, I can't have that in the playoffs. It's a totally different game in the playoffs. And I need someone that makes those right decisions.
They did bring in a bench coach for next year.
Yeah.
So maybe some of his decision making is
I'm not that familiar with, but hopefully he's good.
I didn't know the name either.
I forget that. Yeah, I forget his name already.
The manager is really, really important in the playoffs.
Absolutely. There's two plays we're just talking about, and there were other things too, but I don't know. And that everybody's on that last game. If Duran doesn't walk that tie and run home, he's supposed to be your stud reliever, and he walks in the tie and run with the bases loaded. And then of course Kirkering with that
Turner makes a bad throw.
Turner makes a bad throw in that one game. That was gigantic.
You look at the Phillies, and like I would go back and forth with my buddy and friends, and I would whine about they'd be up 5-0. I'd whine about their fundamentals. Well, Turner never ever does what a baseball player should do. Turner does what an athlete does.
That's probably
Okay, and an athlete can't throw that ball home that he needed to throw. He needed to get around the ball. He needed to turn his body into it and throw the ball
straight
over
on
instead of down half by his hip.
Yeah, square up to the plate. Yeah.
Correct. And they don't do that.
Yeah,
and the Dodgers took advantage of every time. Whether
you can't make mistakes against a good team like the Dodgers.
You can't.
I have an issue with Harper, but they had that rally going. I guess it was game 2. He gets up there and says, "You don't need a home run, brother."
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just put your bat on the ball. Try to just keep the rally going.
He does a lot of that.
He always has to be the hero.
Yeah, he does a lot.
I think he's very jealous of Schwarber. If Schwarber hits a home run, he gets up there next. He's swinging from his heels.
Yeah.
We'll see about Harper and see if he can stay healthy. But I think there's going to be. I'm telling you, there's going to be a surprise trade, a surprise signing that nobody saw coming. You're going to say, "Wow, I didn't see that coming." Okay,
I mean, that's what Dombrowski's supposed to do.
I don't think Dombrowski is just going to stand pat. I think there's going to be a surprise.
I'm not you mentioned Bregman. I'm not a big Bregman guy. Number one, he gets hurt. Number two,
he does.
Another old guy, but he does bring an attitude, which is what Bader brought.
Yes.
You saw how they played better because
Bader fired up the whole.
What's
clubhouse.
his name? Harper's Joe Cool. The Schwarber is Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, Schwarber's
good
just a
guy.
Low-key guy. He's not a vocal guy at all.
Bader brought an attitude.
I would bet that Harper is not real popular on that team.
I'm always curious about that. I mean, who was it?
I don't know. They say
It was our relief pitcher that pinned him up in the dugout.
The guy
Papelbon.
Yeah, grabbed him by the throat.
Yeah,
yelled at him for not running that. But they say, and this is just what I read, that Nick Castellanos is really popular in the clubhouse, and a lot of the players were mad that he was getting platooned.
He was a scapegoat.
He was getting platooned in the second half of the season. I don't know how true that is, but that's something I read, that a lot of the players were mad. They thought he should be that Max Kepler shouldn't be in there. He should be, Kepler, he came on, but he was awful in the first half. Thank God. He did come on better in the second half, but maybe the players weren't mad. Maybe they were saying, "Hey, why is he playing and Nick, this guy can't hit? Why is Nick sitting here?" That may have happened. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me.
He wasn't consistent with that, taking Castellanos out in a close game. He wasn't consistent with that at all.
In the second half of the season, when they started benching him against right-handed pitchers, they say a lot of the players were mad about it. Maybe they were. That's not that. That wouldn't surprise me if that grumbling was going on. And the guy who really is disappointing is Stott. His offense great second baseman. I mean, he is great defensively.
I don't know what happened to him.
But offensively, it's just, why isn't he better? You just look at him and say, why isn't he better?
He used to never strike out. Never. I mean, like
As a hitter,
he'd strike out about like maybe 10 times a year.
I don't know why he isn't better.
The hitting coach.
What's that?
The hitting coach.
Well, that's an issue, and
This
apparently
guy
he's
should've-
coming back. Kevin Long, a lot of people rip him.
Well, you know why?
Right.
Because him and Schwarber are boys, and
Well,
if they,
there
you know,
go. And maybe they want
And Turner.
to get the Schwarber back. I don't know. We'll see.
Stott is disappointing.
I
You
don't know
say
why
one
he's
about
not
Bohm.
better.
Bohm has gotten better.
The thing
You know,
about
both in the
Bowman,
field and
he's a
hitting.
better hitter, but it's still disappointing he doesn't have more power.
Yes.
As big as he
Yes.
is, 6
It's
foot
funny.
5, and he
Yeah.
doesn't hit more home runs. That's just weird.
Yeah.
You look how big this kid is. Why is he not hitting more home runs?
And he's got a good swing.
At the same time, if he was swinging for the fence, we'd be criticizing that too. So I
Yeah.
guess you can't win. I guess.
Yeah. But no, Stott is my
Stott,
biggest disappointment.
I don't understand why he's not better.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we'll
agree.
see. But we'll see about Justin Crawford and Andrew Painter and Aiden Miller. We'll see if they can come. Or Griff McGarry. We'll see if they can come and give anything next year. It'll be interesting.
I hope so.
And hopefully we'll see what Nola can do, because they can't have another year like this from Nola. They can't. They cannot have another year like this from
I
Nola.
can't imagine he's going to be this bad. Again.
Maybe
Unless
hopefully,
something physically,
hopefully he'll be
like
healthy.
he just dropped off a cliff.
Hopefully he'll get healthy and work. I hope, because if they have another year like that for Nola.
A
I
lot
think
of
they
money.
gave him the year off just to kind of regenerate. I don't think there's really anything
but
wrong
I
with
still
him.
think they're probably going to be the favorite next year in the division, because the Braves still
so.
got a way to go, and the Mets, you don't know what the Mets are going to do. So you would think they'll still be the favorite. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I think tearing it down is a bad idea. They won 96 games and they lost to a good Dodger team. So it's
I
not
don't
time to
know that
panic.
You can.
But they're
tear
getting
it
older.
down.
I mean,
Yeah, they're getting
you know.
older, but maybe make another run. And I think there's going to be a surprise. We say, wow.
Real Muta's old. Schwarber's getting older. Harper's older.
The thing with Realmuto is, where are you going to find a catcher?
You're not
who's
going to
that-
find another. Yeah,
He's as
it-
good as he is defensively. You're not. He's still
No,
really good
no.
defensively. That's
So
why
that-
I'd love to see him come back.
That Sport Tracker, whatever it's called, they're saying that he'll probably get a 2-year deal, which is probably perfect.
Realmuto
everybody.
He
get
takes
a
2
3
years. I'm
2-year
in.
deal.
Perfect.
I'm in.
2-year deal.
That is
That would be
perfect.
perfect.
But you, if you don't re-sign him, you're going to go out and try to get some veteran, and he's not going to be as good, because you're not going to go with Marchand or Stubbs. So you're going to go out and try to acquire somebody, and the person's not going to be as good. There's defensively, no chance. So hopefully bring him back.
If you
We'll
can do
see.
2 years, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in for 2
yeah.
years.
But I don't know what else you're going to do. You'll be painting yourself into a corner with another catcher. Won't be good. It won't be pretty if you get another catcher.
Yeah, they'll get a free agent one, but not this year. I don't think there's any good free agent catchers
No,
out.
they're
on the
probably
market.
not. They'll have to make a trade if they
Yeah.
don't re-sign.
I think that's right. That's
they'd
the
have
only
to.
avenue, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah. So let's talk about Ohtani. I mean, he's one of the best baseball players ever, right? Shohei, unbelievable what he can do. The only problem is he doesn't always stay healthy. That's the problem with him. But he is great. He's an amazing baseball player.
Yeah, absolutely is. Yeah,
That you-
absolutely
that-
is.
That you can be that good 2 ways like that. That was considered impossible, that you could be a 2-way
And he
player.
does it like it's just a walk in the park. You know?
Yeah, but that was considered impossible. You could be a
Circling
pitcher and
back,
a
I
hitter.
think the Phillies have some interest in a Japanese player that's supposed to be signing.
Oh, I hope so.
Yes.
I mean,
A third baseman.
Yeah,
supposedly they offered more money to that Yamamoto than the Dodgers did, but he wanted to play with that. That's still claim.
well, they want to be close to Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
It's
still
a
claim.
6-hour difference,
That would have
and you
been
get to play with
how nice.
Shohei.
How nice would it have been to have him? He
Ah.
pitched a complete game the other night, which doesn't happen in the postseason. But that's disappointing. If you offer him more money, he still turns you down. That's a kick in the pants. That is.
Ohtani shouldn't even be in the league. I mean,
Well-
they banned Pete Rose, and they had the goods on Ohtani. They just swept it under the rug. And
That interpreter took a fall.
Yes,
And
he
I
did.
want to know
Interpreter
what
took a
he's
fall for
getting.
him.
The interpreter's got to be getting
oh,
something.
sure he is. Sure he
'Cause
is.
That went away
Yep.
immediately.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
you'll
mean,
see.
that was gone in less than a month.
You'll see him someday with a nice house, the interpreter, nice
Oh, yeah.
cars.
Oh, yeah. All right, that is.
That is unbelievable.
He's getting all that deferred money.
Uh-huh.
He's probably getting some of it. They probably promised him some of it.
That was such bullshit. They
I mean, A-Rod must be pissed. He once got that 4-year suspension for steroids, and
Right.
this guy's getting away with this.
Exactly. You know?
Yeah, eventually that story's going to be told.
Oh, I can't wait for that
gotta
one to
come
come out.
It may be after Ohtani retires, but it's got to come out at some point of what happened. Because it seems crazy that could have happened, and an interpreter could have took the fall for it.
No way.
You know what happened? I mean, there's no way that the interpreter has access to millions of dollars that he's.
It doesn't seem possible that he could have had that access to his bank account like that.
And you have to miss some money.
Yeah.
If not, shame on you that you're that much of an idiot.
Unless
somebody's looking after your money.
Unless you were
multiple.
That shelter growing up because you were always this star athlete and you were that shelter and everybody else did things for you. Because you've heard about that in some musical stars.
Yeah.
Billy Joel got ripped off.
Oh, yeah. That was a good series.
Yeah, awesome.
There's a whole lot of them that got ripped off, and Elvis is the famous. He had no idea. He was signing anything they put in front of him. He had no idea where his money was going. So that's the only thing. And he's not the first. Athletes have gone broke. Guys have gone.
Oh, ESPN
did that documentary was broke about all the players who went broke. So unless he was that sheltered growing up and never handled his bank account, always had somebody else do it for him, I guess that's possible.
But somebody had, whether it's the
wouldn't
agent,
be your interpreter, it would be your business manager.
Business manager, whether it's your mother and father, your future wife, whatever. Somebody's got to be looking at that.
You would think, but we were never that sheltered. Though we were never that coddled. That somebody.
We were certainly never that rich.
We also didn't have that money.
Exactly. I mean, you weren't have people doing things for you because you didn't have, you were just another guy. You didn't have people working for you. Oh, you worry about your sport. Nobody told us you had to work. So I don't know. It seems like it seems crazy. It seems implausible. But so if it ever comes out that baseball is covering it up, that's really going to be a scandal. That's going to be a bad scandal.
Well, you know what it'll be? It'll, as we talked earlier about all the gambling, that stink will go across all the pro leagues.
Oh yeah,
because people only watch because they think that it's legit. If it's not legit and it becomes wrestling, that's a whole other game.
I think it's really going in that direction. I really do.
Won't argue.
I hope not. I mean, gambling. Gambling. I don't like it either. I don't like all the gambling advertisements. I don't like the in-game gambling. You can make bets. It's crazy the way they cater to gambling.
Stadiums all have the
yes,
casinos in them.
Yes,
how about that pitcher? I forget who it was, but they were betting all night on his mother. The next pitcher is going to be a ball or a strike.
Class A, the closer for Cleveland, and they still made the playoffs without him.
Who's to say an umpire doesn't have money on the game and throw a guy out after the second pitch?
That could happen.
Bad call, get the guy all riled up, get him thrown out of the game.
The gambling sites are going to have to do away with the player props. You're not going to be able to say, okay, Paul George is going to get 8 points tonight.
Well, he has to play
without even trying. Like
he has to play first.
Yeah, that's true. He would have to play.
He's over under 0 every night.
I couldn't think of Embiid's name. Not that he plays a lot either.
Well, that's
the first step is get away those player props, especially the college kids.
As we're recording this podcast, we're 2 nights away from the big Sixers opening game. Is anybody excited?
I am excited.
Really?
Edgecombe's a good player. I'm looking forward to seeing him play.
I'm bummed that McCain's hurt again. That bums me out that he's hurt again. But I guess the one big thing, hip hop is back, so that's one thing. That might be the most exciting things. They practically threw a parade because Embiid played 18 minutes in a preseason game. I thought they were going to give him a trophy for playing 18 games. He'll probably be out till Christmas now playing that 18 minutes. I mean, I don't know. Him and Paul George.
It's ridiculous.
They're a drag. This team is never going to go forward as long as the two of them are under contract. You don't know when they're playing. You don't know what effort they're giving. And now you got to worry that McCain might be injury prone, that he might be another one. I don't know.
I think we overreacted to McCain. He might be a nice player.
Yeah, he looked pretty good last year, though. He was averaging 15 points a game.
Games.
Yeah, I know.
There's no book on him.
Yeah, what did he get? Did he get hurt painting his nails?
Is
that what happened?
Yeah, right. Exactly.
He's a nail painter.
Yeah, okay.
The Sixers' best players, let's keep Embiid out of it, are all 6'2" guards.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know. Well, who's the guy they want to play with Embiid now? Bono? They want to play like a big lineup.
Oh,
If
yeah.
they play him with Embiid, and is he a second-year guy? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. I mean, but I don't. I just have no confidence that Embiid can play. He's going to play 25 games, 30
Did
games.
you see what they did to Bono? They
Oh, with the
filled his
popcorn?
car full of popcorn and took his tires off and put them in his locker.
That'll
That's
probably
hysterical.
be the Sixers' biggest
That's-
achievement all year. That's
It might
practical
be.
joke. But
It might
that's going to
be.
be on the highlight film next
Yeah.
year. That's going to be the main event.
Uh-huh.
They did that.
You didn't see it? Oh, yeah. The
But
whole
I-
car's full of popcorn and the wheels are sitting in his locker.
But who? I'll admit, who's expected to be the big NBA team this year? Are they saying? I mean, is Tatum coming back for the Celtics?
Nah,
Is he
Tatum-
back?
Tatum-
The
out
East
the whole year.
stinks.
Tatum?
No, the East will stink.
Oh, okay.
Is-
I think
Tatum's
he-
still not going to
No.
play this year.
Tatum's not going to play.
No,
Really?
Tatum won't play.
Okay,
They're
Tatum.
loving the Knicks, of course.
The Knicks are supposed to be good.
They're-
Yeah, well, the
Yeah,
Sixers
from
could
the
make some
East.
noise in the East because it's
Well,
pretty wide open.
If these guys get on the court,
Did
these guys
somebody
gotta
from
get-
Cleveland get hurt too?
I'm not sure about
Who-
that.
Yeah, there was
who-
something.
I'll look it up.
I'm drawing
Yeah,
a
somebody
blank.
else did.
I'm
have
drawing a blank.
Yeah,
Achilles
somebody
injury.
else.
Who won the championship last year? I'm drawing a blank.
I think wasn't LA.
Not Minnesota.
I can't even believe I'm drawing this blank. Who won the championship?
Oklahoma City.
Oh, that's right. That's
Oklahoma
right. That's
City
right.
with,
And they might be good again.
SGA.
They might be good again this year.
Yeah.
And
that'd
I
be
can't.
good.
Who did they beat? Indiana. They beat
They beat
Indiana.
Indiana.
Yeah. Well, maybe
But
Indiana.
Indiana lost what's the name? The starting center went to play with Giannis.
There you go.
He signed his
There you
free
go.
agent.
So I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't know. And then LeBron's getting older. His ego's just as big, but he's getting older. And I don't know. The NBA. I used to follow it. I don't. Now we'll see. We'll see. But I
don't really follow the league, but I'll watch the Sixers. I mean, I like to
I have-
stay home,
I have-
save money, stay out of the
Yeah.
bar, watch it.
I have no confidence that Embiid's going to be able to play more than 30 games this year.
Out of-
I really
out of-
don't. You already see it. You can already see it coming.
The thing with the NBA is they've outgrown the court. They're too big
Oh, that's true.
and they're too fast.
That's probably true.
You know,
I like high school ball and college ball.
I love college basketball,
It's
but
probably
the
true.
pro game,
Yeah, they are. I don't know.
It's
I don't
just they're very athletic,
they're
but you know how much of that team.
firing up three.
oh, that's all it
They
is.
should get rid of the 3-point shot. That's all they do is fire up 3-point shots. It's so boring. One guy gets his hand and he fires up a shot. They should get rid of that three. They'll
It's
never
all the
will.
analytics.
They never will. But I
You
mean,
know?
they're gonna.
Nope. It's all
I don't know. We'll see. With
There
the-
was a rumor floating around. I don't know how true it is, but they were thinking of only using the 3-pointer at the end of the game or at the end of a quarter or
Oh,
end of a
really?
half.
Wow, I
Oh, I
hadn't
didn't
heard
That
know
was
that.
circulated. I mean, it could be BS, but
well,
it was around last year. They were
Yeah.
kind of considering it
I think the
because
three-pointer was
people were
in-
complaining about.
it's
Like the
awful.
3-pointer.
You
It's
watch
awful.
you watch a team's running offense. Nobody ever goes inside the 3-point line. They all just run around
Yeah,
circles
there's no
outside.
pass.
It's
There's no
not. It's not
passing.
pure basketball.
It's just
not.
terrible.
It's not Pete Carroll kind of ball.
Pete
Oh,
Carroll.
no. Pete's rolling over in his grave.
So I guess James Franklin is lucky he got fired. Right? As bad as Penn State is, he's probably lucky. He's
Oh,
got
I
the
love
money.
it.
He got out.
I
Got out.
love it.
He's had no pressure. He
He
lost
got like $6 million, didn't he?
more than that.
48.
48 million. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but isn't there some clause where he has to? He
has
has
to
to
find
take
a
a job, and then Penn State pays the difference, but he still gets the same.
He has to find a job. Well,
He has to look for a job.
What the? Well,
He has
hey,
to-
go down on
Just-
unemployment.
Just you took the words out of my mouth, Mike.
but Penn State lost again this week, right? Without
They
him,
did,
so
they did, yeah.
we'll see. I'm sure
I'm
the
not
Penn,
a Penn State fan.
I
Not at
don't,
all.
God knows who they're going to hire, and I'm sure Penn State is not the fans are not happy. I'm sure the Penn State boosters are not.
Matt Rule.
Hey, that's what they're saying. Like, bring Matt Rule back.
That's
Yeah, he's a
supposedly
Penn
the-
State guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, where's he at now? Because he was in Temple, and then where'd he go?
Nebraska.
Nebraska. Yeah.
Yeah.
And hey, how about there's a chance Temple might make a bowl. If they can win like 2 more games, they might actually make a bowl.
Did they win this week?
Yeah, they did win this
They
week.
almost beat Navy. They
That-
lost by-
That was a fabulous game.
But they choked it away. They let
They did.
that play. Oh,
A
that
50-yard run
that
up the
was
middle.
ridiculous.
I don't know what their defense
I
was
have
in.
no idea what how that did even happen.
Because it's funny, the week before, I guess 2 weeks before, I was at the Navy game in Annapolis when they played Rice,
Mhm.
and Navy looked really good. And then they played a back and forth game with Air Force. And I expected Navy to walk all over Temple. And when Temple was winning, it's like, this is great. This is a big win for them. and then they let the guy run 50 yards.
That was
the
unbelievable.
middle.
When I saw that highlight, I couldn't believe it. I thought I was seeing things.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing things.
I actually watched.
It just goes to show you coaching, though.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you get a good coach into any program, you can win.
The
Second time Temple's had a really good coach in the last 20 years,
but
and both times they won.
The Navy coach won that game because when they lined up, I don't know if it was, I guess they were going for 2 points, and the Navy players all went into some crazy shift, and Temple called its last time out. So then Navy scored, they got the 2 points, and we're up. Well, Temple did move down the field a little bit, and then they threw a ball in the middle, and the clock ran out on them. Where if they would have had that timeout left, that potentially could have got them a chance for a field goal. So yes, absolutely, coaching
But
matters.
is there any excitement for Temple making a bowl? Did you even care?
I do. I have some,
But there's-
I have
I'd like
some
to see-
nephews that went
Yeah, I'd
there.
like
I
to
always
see it.
like the
All right,
local.
let's go.
local
We'll go to
teams.
Franklin and
I
Conference.
think if their
celebrate
car's
Temple.
still
There
there
you
when they
go.
can come out of practice, that's a win for Temple.
And then we were talking about college basketball. They're starting this talk about 76 teams in the NCAA tournament. Just terrible. There's no reason
It
for that.
always comes down to
It's
money, don't it?
I know, but there's no reason for that. How boring is that going to be? If it's 76 teams, you just overkill. You can't. It's just too much.
Call me on weekend two, because weekend one's going to be nothing.
It's just even weekend two will be too much. It's just going to be. It's just too much.
64 was the magic number.
I mean, it's the greatest sporting event that there is because it's always well played. There's always
There's
tension.
upset.
There's
Always an
always
upset.
excitement. Where
Yeah.
Super Bowl may be 30-point blowout.
Yeah, it could be.
You know,
or it could be-
NBA
yeah, you know,
games.
NBA, yeah,
That's a
first,
terrible
First
final.
couple rounds is bad. Yeah, the
Oh,
NBA.
I will definitely have lost interest in the NBA by the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. People rave about the hockey playoffs. I haven't watched them in years, but people do rave.
But they
about
do,
them.
right.
Well, if the Flyers are in there, that's intense.
But people talk about how great it is. I just think I thought 48 was a good number when they I didn't think they should have expanded to 64. I thought 48 was a good number. I don't know. It's just like anything else. It's like Starbucks. There's just too many of them. So there's too many, and it's going to become like Starbucks. There's way too many.
We'll save this for another show, but the nil will ruin it
Oh,
because there will be no teams anymore. You had a good sophomore year. Somebody else is
Yeah,
paying
it's
you
a
to go.
shame.
oh,
So,
right,
yeah,
that is
So
that is
that will kill the
They
team.
The way to
tried
get
to-
around the nil would be to go to the old fashioned, what they did 5-6 years ago with the transfer portal. You had to sit out a year.
yeah.
Great.
If they can go back to that, then you get,
That's
You
not
know,
going to happen.
They
then
tried to make
that
it.
kind of defeats the nil in a way.
They tried to make it fair because these players should have got some money. They tried to make it, but
That's
then
fine.
it went too far.
It's
Instead of
They
giving
just-
it to them in a
I'll be-
suitcase,
They
you
just-
now get a
It
check.
just went
I'll
too
be
far.
honest, I have not paid any attention to the NCAA tournament in like 3 years.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
watched,
tell you.
I watched a little bit of it last
Still
year.
a great product.
I didn't watch
I don't
much
care
of the
anymore.
regular
Just the
season.
crowds, the arenas.
all of it. It's
Yeah.
all just
I still-
Sister Jean.
Oh, she
You
just,
know,
passed
she just
away.
died.
She
Sister
did.
Jean.
Yeah.
I tapped out kind of on the regular season. I'll be honest with you, but the tournament I try to watch some of it. Yeah, it is fun.
It's
but,
still the best thing out there.
well, we'll see what happens this week. The Eagles are going to play the Vikings. We'll see what the Sixers do.
No,
we'll
we
see
played
what
the
Eagles are
the
playing the
Vikings-
Giants.
The
Playing
Eagles
the
are playing the
Giants.
Giants. Well, the Flyers are all to a decent start. I mean,
2-1.
yes,
They benched Meach guy for the third period. I don't know what's going on
He
there.
played like 12 minutes in the last
Yeah.
game.
wow.
Target's I guess it's going to be
They're still
disciplinary.
screaming about Ursan, right? That he's not that good of a goalie. They're still screaming, jumping up and down. That he's just
Their
okay.
goaltending is terrible.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
using that
Yeah.
the Czech or whatever, Vladi Divac, or that's the basketball player, or whatever that.
He'd be better than what they have, though.
Yeah,
But so I guess we'll see, and we'll see what the Phillies do, and we'll see what the World Series. I'm looking forward to the World Series. We'll see. Maybe Ohtani will put a show on.
it's so neat to watch good baseball, though.
Maybe Ohtani will put a show. And if the Blue Jays get in there, we'll watch Vlad Guerrero Jr. or Seattle will have Cal Raleigh. So we'll have
Yeah,
something
but
to
if
watch either
Seattle
way.
gets in, they'll be lucky to score 6 runs in
Yeah,
4
that's
games.
true. That's true.
I'm rooting for the Blue Jays.
Yeah, that's true. But we'll see. So I guess a couple of weeks we'll have another episode of Just What We Need, another Philly sports show. I want to thank Ted Kelly and Mike Dougherty for coming out. Hopefully you guys will come
My
back.
pleasure.
We'll
Our
give you another one in a
pleasure.
couple of
Always fun.
weeks. Don't forget to listen to the McGonigal podcast, of course. November 8th, I'm at the Sellersville Theater with Joe Conklin. America's least favorite entertainer, Ed McGonigal at the Sellersville Theater with Joe Conker, November 8th.
Keeping the attendance down.
What was your comment this week? My comedy's
I'm even losing to myself. This podcast gets more than the McGonigal podcast does. I'm the only comic who can beat himself.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ted and Mike and Jim Corey, and we'll see you on the next episode. Thanks, folks.